Hi, I'm Jessica Beck from the podcast IELTS Energy, and also creator of the material on the website IELTS.allearsenglish.com. So today I want to talk about maps. Whew, this is a daunting idea for a lot of students. They don't know how to tackle this academic writing task 1 question type. Now, these map questions are not common, you guys, so don't be too scared about it, but you still want to be prepared, right? You don't know what the question is going to be on Saturday, so be prepared. Let me describe what a map question looks like. There are 2 kinds of map questions. The more common type is where you are comparing 2 maps. So what you see is two maps, and the top one is, say, a town or village in the year 1980. And then the second one is the same town or village in the year 2015. All right, so what you're doing is comparing the 2 maps. This means that the way you organize your information, the linking words, the type of language you use is very similar to what you use in change over time, right? That line graph question, because think about it, you're still describing information that changes over time. So here's a good reason not to be too scared of these map questions, because the way you approach them and the way you think about them is very similar to these other graph questions that you're already practicing, okay? So that's good news. So if you are comparing 2 maps like this, let me break it down score category by score category for you. In order to get a high score for task achievement here, what you have to do is include all the key points. That means that if there's a significant change in the number of houses, you have to talk about that significant change in the number of houses. If all of a sudden there are 5 hotels in 2015 and there were no hotels in 1980, you should probably talk about those hotels, okay? What you need to do in the planning stage is look carefully, spend a couple minutes, take these couple minutes to plan. It will help your score. Take a couple minutes to read the maps thoroughly and circle everything you notice. Circle all the changes, all right? And anything that remained exactly the same, circle that as well, because that's interesting that something didn't change over that amount of time. All right, so circle the biggest changes and anything that didn't change at all, because those are the key points. That's what the examiner wants to see in your essay. So that's task achievement. For cohesion coherence, you still need to organize your ideas in 2 paragraphs. So in paragraph, in the introduction, right, 1 sentence introduction, and then overall trend. The overall trend for this, overall, this town grew significantly over the period. That's it. That's all you have to say for an overall trend. And then in paragraph 2, talk about the 1980 map. And in paragraph 3, talk about the 2015 map. Keep it simple. That is the best way to organize it, is the clearest way. All right? For vocabulary, the most important thing here is to not copy the words you see on the maps. You have to show the examiner your own vocabulary. All right, so if you see the word houses, don't say houses, say homes, say residential area. If you see businesses, don't say businesses, say shops and cafes, or the industrial sector, right? That's impressive. Okay, so for vocabulary, do not copy what you see, use your own words. Even if they're simple, you must use your own words. For grammar, again, we just need a mix of sentence structures: simple, compound, complex. All right, so that's the map you'll probably see if you do get a map question, is where you're comparing 2 maps of the same place at 2 different times. The other type of map, which almost never happens on the exam, is comparable to like a static question, all right? So it's 1 picture, and then you have 2 places on the picture, like 2 possible locations for a new department store. maybe. So you'll have like a picture of a town, and then you have to talk about these two possible locations. So what you're describing here is a picture in time, right? There's no changes, okay? So it's like a static question. So in order to get a high score for task achievement, again, you have to include all the key points. So what you have to do when you're preparing, when you're planning, is look at everything on the map, make sure you understand what you're seeing, and then look carefully at both places. Circle the noticeable things around them, the roads, the railways, the residential areas, the access, the parking, any significant feature you see, you have to include that in your essay. For cohesion coherence, you have to organize your ideas into 2 paragraphs. So, introduction, again, rephrase, test question, and then overall trend. The overall trend here would be something like, overall, Site 2 is the better choice because it has more access. Okay, that could be the overall trend. And then in paragraph 2, talk about Site 1. In paragraph 3, talk about Site 2. Again, the clearest way to organize your essay is always the simplest way. I promise you, don't overthink it. You're only going to hurt your score, all right? And then the advice that I gave for vocabulary and for grammar is exactly the same here. Use your own words. Do not copy the words you see, or your vocabulary score goes down. You have to show the examiner that you have enough words to express what you're seeing. All right? Whew, I just gave you guys a lot of information, so please watch this video more than twice, okay? Watch it a few times. Take notes on my ideas, all right? They're gold. Everything you need to score highly, you have. So for more strategies and to know exactly what the examiner wants to see on the writing test and here on the speaking test, please visit my website, IELTS.allearsenglish.com. Also check out our course, which has all of the simple strategies you need to score the highest on all 4 sections of the IELTS exam. Our course is called 3 Keys IELTS, available now on IELTS.allearsenglish.com. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.